Happy Wednesday. So it's Wisdom Wednesday, and today we're going to go over the 5 questions that you should ask your lender. But first, our Bible verse.
Yeah, so be careful then how you live, not as unwise, but as wise, making the most of every opportunity because the days are evil. How appropriate is that?
Oh my gosh, right?
I'm like, okay. So let's talk about how to be wise and think ahead. Some questions they should ask me when they're getting pre-approved.
Right. So when you're, buying a house, there's just a lot in that. So, one of the first things is going to be the down payment.
Okay. So a down payment's going to be different for every program. We have some that are 0. We have several that are 0 right now. We have 3.5%, 5.5%. You do not have to have 20% anymore to buy a house. So let's talk about that.
And then, this is kind of a twofold question. What is the interest rate and when do you lock that in?
Yeah, so your interest rate is the 30-year fixed rate usually is what we do. And we can lock that in as soon as you're under contract. We actually have lock and shop, kind of rates if you don't have a contract yet and you're worried about them going up. But usually it's when you get a contract.
Okay. And the closing cost,
So around our area here in North Florida, 3% of the loan amount, not the purchase price, is usually your average for closing costs and prepaids.
Okay. And then the last is your monthly payment. So I think sometimes, you hear a lot of when you go to look for a house and you get pre-approved, should we be looking at the total price of the house, or what is your monthly payment? What's the best way to kind of go about that?
I think there's a healthy balance for sure. I have enough Dave Ramsey in me that I'm like, okay, not too much.
Right.
But that monthly payment is what you really got to be comfortable with. And of course, right now with the rates being a little bit higher, we're reminding people you got to see bigger picture. It might be a little bit higher for this first year or 18 months, but then you're going to be able to refi it back down. So we can do some math and see, what is your net gain in the end after 2 years? Is it worth it? And most of the time the answer is yes, because we are going to see so much appreciation in the next couple of years. We're pretty sure of that. So it's always a good investment. But we'll talk through all of those numbers.
Oh, absolutely. And then just one quick, I didn't have that on my notes, but on the monthly payment, it's not just that mortgage price. What else is included in that monthly payment?
Oh, of course. So there's principal and interest, and then as lenders we call it the PITI. So your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. We include taxes, and then around here we also have CDD fees in a lot of our neighborhoods. That is lumped in with your property taxes because they're both paid to the property tax collector's office. So if you have CDD, that's in there, HOA's in there, and your homeowner's insurance, of course, is in there, which is kind of a thing right now, but we know some people to help you with that. So all of that is lumped into your monthly payment, and you need to consider that whole cost when we're doing your debt to income ratio and when you're thinking about monthly payment.
So there's a lot involved, and that's why it's so important that you have a great team on there that communicate and always in communication and understanding the steps and where you're at. So anyway, that's it. If you have any questions, remember, just comment or reach out to